Hello girls and squirrels, happy Wednesday and welcome back to my channel.
Hi, I'm Christina Sherilyn and I'm a vintage reseller, which means I rummage through people's unwanted items and find the most amazing vintage pieces to give them a second chance. I love styling up vintage clothing in a modern way, investigating the history of each piece, and most of all, I love the treasure hunt. So follow along on my journey and let's see what we can find.
So today I have a small little thrift haul for you. This is a collection of different thrift trips. So it's kind of like a bunch of mini hauls just built up into like one medium size haul. I did get a few things for myself, so I'm going to start with the things that I got for myself. Then we're going to go through clothing that I'm putting on. I got a hair in my mouth. Then we're going to go through clothing that I'm going to put on Poshmark and home decor that I'm going to put on Poshmark. So without further ado, let's see what I found. So starting with the things that I got for myself, I picked up this little scarf. I actually styled this in yesterday's Instagram photo as a belt on a skirt that I'm about to show you. It is cool because it's long enough to be a belt. It could be an actual scarf, but I really love to tie these in my hair and use them as headbands and leave the length just hanging down. Also, if you're wondering about this background and why it doesn't stretch across, if you didn't see last week's video, I made this as my photo background, but it doesn't quite fit in frame for my video background. So I'm gonna figure that out later. We haven't figured that out yet. We're just, we're all over the place. We're a mess. We're not organized on this channel. So next up is this skirt that I was telling you guys about. This is the one that I styled in yesterday's Instagram photo. I just really love the colors in it. I really love like dark colors like this. I'm not a huge fan of bright colors on myself. I do like them for other people, but for myself I like to keep things a little darker. I've been really into skirts lately and I've been looking for some really good skirts to put with graphic tees, so I'm really happy I came across this one. Next item is this pajama top. It's got this really pretty lace trim detail on the collar. It buttons in the front and it's got this contrast pattern on it, which is really pretty. I'm going to style this with a pair of high-waisted jeans and tie it up, so I think that'll be really cute. If you want to see how I style this, make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's at Christina Sherilyn. And last but not least, save the best for last, this dress is the most amazing dress. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it. It just fits me so perfectly. Like, this is the dress of my dreams. It is not too fancy. It's just casual enough where it can be dressed down with like some combat boots, or you could dress it up with a really pretty statement necklace and some pretty shoes. I am just in love with this dress. I will never sell this dress. It is so perfect. I love the shape of it. It fits so perfectly right here. Sometimes this can be weird, where it can be like a little too low, but it is just perfectly aligned. This dress, kind of like the shape of it, reminds me of Aurora's dress from Sleeping Beauty, like before she becomes like a fancy princess, when she's just like in the woods. I'll try to find a picture and put it on the screen, but it reminds me of her dress. And the really cool thing is the hem has this really beautiful kind of layered flowy effect, and it has these like little inserts of a different pattern, so when you like twirl you can see the other patterns. It's just so pretty. I love this so much. Anyways, can't say enough good things about this dress. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so moving on to clothing that is gonna go on Poshmark. Let's start with dresses. Oh, it's already fallen off the hanger. This little nightie is just so beautiful. I love the double V-neck, like when it's very deep in the front and also in the back. This is a beautiful nightgown. I love it so much. It's got these beautiful little rosebud details on the front, this beautiful lace. It is even more flattering on than it is on the hanger, obviously. I didn't think it could get more stunning, and then when I put it on I was like, oh, this is beautiful. So this will be up on Poshmark soon. I just have to take the hanging photos, but this thing is just gorgeous, and it is vintage. Here's the tag right there. I don't know what size it is. The straps are a little long, so if you have a shorter torso, it may not work for you. It is pretty stretchy. I'm a size medium large sometimes. And it fits me perfectly. But again, if you have a shorter torso, these straps may not work for you because they are a little bit long. All right, next dress I picked up is this beautiful little kind of 60s mod style dress, but it's actually an 80s dress. It had shoulder pads in it, but they were so large, like very aggressive. Like I love a good shoulder pad, but these were just so much, so I took them out and now it fits a little bit better. I love how it does have a little bit of shape in the waist, and then it has this. I just really love the buttons too, and like that 60s mod look. I just thought it was really cool. It does have like a little bleach stain right here, but I feel like I could darken that up with like some fabric dye, so that's not a huge issue. And even if I decide not to do it, I'll just disclose it in the listing. But yeah, I just thought this dress was really cool and unique, and I think it'll be really good for fall and winter, and you could even wear this to like a holiday party. I know it's kind of early in the year to be thinking about that, but you always want to get the jump on items that are out of season, because you find really awesome pieces like this that would normally be picked over when season comes. All right, so I only got one skirt, but it is a really cool skirt. I'm actually very picky with skirts that I sell because they have to be very unique in order to do well for me. I don't know why. Some people have no issue selling skirts, but for some reason mine have to be super unique to sell, otherwise they just sit forever. But I knew I had to have this one. It is all embroidered stitching, this like Aztec boho western print. It's just really cool. It's got these 3 little wooden buttons, and it is a wrap style skirt, which is really cool. It's a midi length. Another cool thing about this is it has a really cool, how many times can I say cool? It's got this really awesome blanket stitch detail on the one panel, which I thought was awesome. I love little details like that. This is a size extra large. The green dress is a size 14. I would say it fits about like an extra large as well. All right, so next up, did I just like lose feeling in my hands? What was that? It just fell right out of my hands. Anyways, next up is this sweet little short sleeve cardigan. It is from the 90s. It's got this really pretty like scallop detail on the edges, and I just thought this was really cute as a top. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's fully like a crop style, but it is a little bit shorter, so it's nice to go with like high-waisted shorts or jeans. And I just thought it was so springy and so girly, and I just love it. So this one is a size large. It's 100% cotton, and it's really soft, but it is lightweight, so it is really good for summer. All right, and last clothing item is this plaid jacket. It is like a thicker flannel material. It's not vintage, actually. This is one of the rare moments where I have an item that's not vintage, but it's Denim & Co. It's got this snap closure on the front. It is really well made and just such a beautiful piece. I couldn't pass it up. It's not light enough to be a flannel, but it's not like heavy enough to be a coat, so it's just like a really nice like fall time jacket. Again, I know it's early for fall, but I want to get the jump on it because that's when you find these great pieces. So this is already up on Poshmark. This is a size medium. It is a little bit of an oversized fit, I would say. Okay, so moving on to home decor. This item actually already sold, but I wanted to include it anyways because it sold within a matter of days of me listing it. It's this little wooden recipe box. I always pick these up that have this really cool like Celtic, almost kind of witchy style typography on them. These sell really well for me. Anytime I've ever listed these little recipe boxes, especially with this font, they sell within a matter of days. So definitely be on the lookout for these. It's just a simple little recipe box, but again, they sell really well, and for a pretty good amount of money. I usually sell them anywhere between $25 and $30, which is a pretty good, especially considering that you don't have to pay a lot for these at the thrift store. Next item. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess? Oh wait, leave it down in the comments what your guess is. What kind of item do you think it is? Let's see how many people call me on my shit. It's brass. It's this little brass flower pot. Of course, we all know I'm the brass queen, but I really like this one, even though it's small. Normally I wouldn't pick up one this small unless there was multiples of them, but I really like the laser cut detail on this one. I just thought it was really unique, and it's a pretty good weight. All right, next item is actually one of my favorite items that I've picked up recently. It is this really beautiful speckled pottery. I mean, just look at the glaze on that. The glaze alone is just beautiful. So this was actually made by McCoy Pottery. This is from their 1978 Greystone line. Of course, there was pitchers, bowls, mugs, all kinds of pottery pieces in this particular glaze, and I just think this one in particular is just so beautiful. I love this. I love pitchers like this because they're so versatile. You can put your cooking utensils in them, use it as a crock. You can put floral arrangement in here. You can put some greenery in here. It could just stand alone. It's that beautiful. So I really, really love this piece, and I'm so excited that I found it. I almost forgot this awesome little number over here. So this little brass swan actually used to be a candlestick holder. I'll put a picture right here to show you what it used to look like, but it has been broken off. So my sister actually found this when we were at Salvation Army, and you know, we both thought it was just a really, really cool piece, but we couldn't figure out what it was. And after doing research, that makes sense that this was a candlestick holder. But as you can see, I've just made it into like a little hook for my keys. I could even use this as like a necklace holder, or you know, a hook on the back of a door for like a coat hook, because it is really, really sturdy, solid brass. I'm probably gonna be holding on to this one for a while just because it's such a unique piece. I've never seen anything like it, and you guys know I love brass and critters, so it's my two favorite things. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and include this because it's so cool. Alrighty, and last but not least is this little guy, which is the cutest little thing ever. I always pick up critters. People love their animals, like especially cats and dogs, but I even go as far as like, you know, all kinds of little creatures, raccoons, birds. People especially love cat stuff, so anytime I come across really good cat stuff, I always pick it up. I was kind of in a hurry when I picked this one up, and I didn't really have time to really thoroughly check it over. I did notice the chip on her ear right here when I was in the store, and it's not a huge deal. It's not like sharp or anything, so I wasn't worried about that. One thing that is making me hesitant on how to go about selling her is there is a fine little crack right here. You can't even see it on camera. It's like a hairline crack, but it is definitely all the way through. So it's not like she's gonna break apart because it's only in that one spot, and it's not like all the way around the piece. It's just on this little back edge right here. I'm kind of hesitant to try and fix it because I don't want to make it worse. But I also don't know if I should sell it in that condition. So if anybody has any advice on this, please let me know down in the comments below, because I'm really struggling with this one. She is beautiful, and I know someone would love her, but I am a little concerned about that crack. So let me know down in the comments below what you would do. Alrighty, so that does it for today's haul. If you saw something that you liked, just let me know down in the comments below. I'd be happy to tag you in the listing on Poshmark whenever the item is listed, or you can DM me on Instagram your PayPal email and we can work out something through PayPal. If you like this video, please be sure and give it a thumbs up on your way out. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join our family. We would love to have you. I put new videos out every Wednesday and Friday, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye guys!